What is going on, you guys? Yarn Hulk is here bringing you another action figure review. Today we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Son Goku Lowest Born Saiyan. They are just starting to hit the East Coast targets. Of course, California and the West Coast get stuff before we do, but it's nice to be able to find him. So here's the packaging. You have your standard SH Figuarts packaging design, which is very nice and sleek. Here's some of the production photos. The face sculpts on this Goku already look amazing. Very accurate to the early anime. The other great thing about this Goku figure is you do get King Kai's kanji symbol on the back of Goku's gi. So that's a major plus for me, especially since this is the end of the Saiyan saga Goku versus Vegeta version of Goku. So let's crack this thing open and see what we get. Alright, so here's Goku out of the packaging, and yeah, this is a fantastic figure. Just out of the box, it has a very, very good feel. Remember, these are $35 figures, so sometimes you might not be expecting the highest of quality when it comes to those price points, but with this guy, yeah, you're looking at a solid Goku figure. So quick look. He has your standard articulation, your standard paint, detail, all that stuff. The body isn't anything new, but I mean, you can never have enough Gokus, right? There's a Goku for every saga, and yeah, I mean, he looks pretty freaking awesome. You can take a quick look at the head sculpt here. Pop the head off, very simple. And yeah, that's solid. Very happy with that. The gi here, like I said, standard body. It's a 2.0 body, so articulation's a little wonky, but it's funny. I'm like so used to it now that it's not really a complaint. It's just more of a like, okay, well, you know, I know we have new bodies coming. We do have the Daima Goku coming. We do have that new Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell art coming, which that articulation looks pretty nuts. I'm excited for that. Look at the back logo here. That is very nicely done. Same details on the legs from your previous Gokus. But I do like the orange on this gi. It looks really good. There's nothing that's like too out of place or color or any of that. And the boots are painted pretty well. Accessory-wise, you do get an alternate hair piece here, which is that windswept look, which I'm definitely going to be using. It's extremely iconic. It's when he first faces Vegeta. And yeah, the sculpting on this is spot on. No issues with paint rub or anything. No scratches, nothing. Very nice, very detailed. Well, detailed where it needs to be. That's a better way to say that. And then the face sculpts, you do get this very solid grinning Goku. I just love the eyes. It's such a throwback. So that's how that looks. And then we have Goku looking to the side here. A lot of variety, especially if you have the SDCC version. That's also wonderful. And then, of course, you get your standard hands that we've seen a million times. Got the open hands. You got kind of like the Klein hands for the Kamehameha. Skin tone's pretty good. I'll do a comparison of the other Gokus in a bit. But yeah, so he doesn't come with a lot, but he comes with exactly what you need for this type of Goku. This is like a collector's dream to be able to get a Goku like this at a retail price. To swap the face plates, it's very simple. You just remove the top part of his hair, or I guess you say the front part, and then they are on these little pegs here that you just take off. There we go. Very simple. And we'll put the grinning face on, see how that looks. So that's how that looks, and yeah. This is like a throwback to old artwork I remember from the 90s. And that's just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. And here's Goku with the second faceplate looking to the side. Very menacing looking. Definitely ready to fight. And here is the last faceplate you get. And yeah, that the one challenge with Figuarts is I never know which face to use because they're all usually just spot on or just, you know, depends on your display. But yeah, that is absolutely perfect. And here is how Goku looks with his wind-swept hair. And yeah, that looks great too. That looks absolutely beautiful. Give you a better look here. Yeah, the sculpting on this is just, it looks straight out of the anime or just like promotional artwork. Yeah, it's just giving me like heavy Toonami feels. It's, yeah, I love it. Articulation on this guy is your standard Dragon Ball SH Figuarts 2.0 body articulation. So you do have that ball joint on the neck, and there is a hinge, and you can move the hinge around so it can go side to side, up and down. You also have a lower ball joint on the neck down here, so it can go down. So he has no problem with neck movements. And then you do have the older joints on the shoulders that, like I said, it's I'm used to this articulation by now, so this isn't a surprise. So it works. Sleeves are on a ball joint in the back, so you can kind of move them around. And then you do have double jointed elbows, and then you do have a wrist peg that allows for pretty much any sort of movement you need there. And then you do have him on a, I believe is a disc hinge on the top of, on his lower chest area here. So he's able to ab crunch decently, not crazy, but decently. And then you do have the waist swivel. And his belt is also just on this little ball joint here. And just can swivel around. Legs, they go up all the way. Knees bend perfectly. There is a little cut here. His ankle is also on the ball joint, so you can get some decent poses out of that. And you do have that nice toe articulation. So you're probably wondering, does our new Lowest Born Saiyan Goku work with the previous Gokus, especially the SDCC Goku? And the answer is yes. Yes, he does. So you can do faceplate swaps, and they're basically the same figure. We can do a little turnaround here and compare some stuff. So obviously the symbols on the back of his gi are different. So this one's definitely post-death Goku, ready to fight Vegeta. This guy's more of your standard early Dragon Ball Goku. But they look great. So, yep, they articulate the same. And like I said, the faceplates also swap, so I'll show you that. You're basically getting the SDCC Goku at a cheaper price. Head swap here. Or sorry, face swap. The SDCC came with an extra head. It came with a different windswept head that you could put on the Saiyan Raised on Earth body, which works. So that is how our Lowest Born Saiyan looks with the SDCC windswept hair. Here is how he looks with his windswept hair that he came with the SDCC faceplate. And here is another look. Much angrier Goku. For size comparisons, here he is with a demoniacal fit Goku. They scale pretty well together. Here he is with Vegeta in a crazy pose. This is one of my favorite Vegeta figures. It's just another very late Saiyan / Namek Saga arc looking Vegeta. Here he is with a Marvel Legends. See how they look together. Pretty good. And here's Deadshot with his head completely clipped off. So, definitely not in the 7-inch scale range. Overall, I highly recommend this figure. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball import figures, just decent articulation, great sculpts, this is the figure to get. It's one of those Goku figures that I wouldn't mind buying again, just to have that head sculpt. It is just everything we wanted, and yeah, we got it with the SDCC, but now we have more faceplates to add on to our Gokus, and it's nice to see some love for this art style. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.